Hello, people of the internet. My name is Nick from City Magic, and today I'm going to bring you a brand new deck profile of Abzan Aristocrats for Shadows of Innistrad / Eldritch Moon Standard. The day I'm making this video is the day of Eldritch Moon pre-release. I did not go. I had other responsibilities I had to take care of. I was working as a volunteer for the Downriver Comic-Con that's going on this weekend, so I could not go to the pre-release. I'm going to try to go tomorrow, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. So, we'll just, yeah. Like, there's only two cards in Eldritch Moon that affect this deck. Gnarroot Dryad and Eldritch Evolution. Eldritch Evolution is a fucking dumb card. Like, I want to playtest it in this deck because sacking your Hangerback Walker to go get a Cutthroat from your main deck is amazing. And, like, the mana base can easily support double green. It can support double black. Like, the mana base supports anything. So, this is kind of a budget deck, obviously. It kind of is, kind of isn't. Let's just run through the list. Enough of my bantering. Also, new silver sleeves. So, now I can finally shuffle without wanting to kill myself. 3 Evolving Wilds, obviously. 4 I feel is unnecessary right now, so I'm playing 3. I just like deck thinning. 3 Quagmires, obviously. This card's really good right now. Pick them up if you need them. They're going to go up. 4 Llanowar Wastes. I just really want turn 1 Blister Pod mana, so this is the way to go with it. I wish one of these was a Caves of Koilos, but I just cannot find mine at the moment. So, 2 Canopy Vista. That's all you really need. 2 Unknown Shores. I still love this card. You side it out sometimes. Sometimes you keep it in. It depends on the matchup. But 2 Forsaken Sanctuary. These should be Shambling Vents, but I don't have mine. My buddy is borrowing them right now, so I'll have to get them back. Then I'm playing 1 Blighted Fen. Kalitas is a dick. I do not like that card, so I want to get rid of it. And this is one of the few ways in the deck to get rid of it. Because I've changed the deck right now because I feel like Eldritch Moon Standard is going to be just card advantage standard. So I've built this deck to be 100% card advantage. 3 Swamps, 2 Forests, and a Plains. 23 land. 4 Blister Pod. Really wish Bloodsoak Champion was still on standard, but he's not, so that's the only 1 drop we have. I guess you could play Lone Dryad, but he's not very good. 4 Hangerback Walker. I'm going to miss when this guy's out of standard because he's really good. He creates card advantage in the sense that your opponent kind of just can't deal with him. They kill him, they make the tokens. It's going to create a 2-for-1 unless it gets exiled. If this gets hit with Declaration Stone and you don't have a way to sack it, sadness. 2 Dustwatch Recruiter. I don't have 4, so I'm playing 2. It's nice card advantage, and like I actually don't want to play 4 of this card. I don't want to draw multiples, so 2 Hanmir Militia Captain. This creates tokens for Smothering Abomination, and it's just really big. Like, when you flip it over to Westphal Cult Leader, it's going to be a 4/4 at the minimum. So, it sucks when you get, like, 9/9 and then all your creatures die, and then it goes to, like, if it gets blocked to, like, 9/4, and then you're down to 4 creatures, you're down to a 5/1. If you're down to 3 creatures, it's dead. 2 Ailey. This bitch is still broken. Really wish she was more than 50 cents, but then best creature in the deck, 4 Zulaport Cutthroat. Again, I'm not really going to go over what the cards do. I've made multiple deck techs on the channel of Abzan Aristocrats. It's my favorite standard deck right now. It's the only standard deck I own that's actually good. I am working on a red-white aggro deck right now, but let's see how it goes. For 3 drops, 4 Catacomb Sifter. You know, generating advantage is nice, and it lets you scry to get through your deck. 4 Nantuko Husk. I really hate this card, but through testing, I'm not seeing it enough, and it leads to super nutty combo plays where you just one-shot your opponent for 20. Like, if you have this and Zulaport and enough creatures, you can hit them for 20. Like, it's the easiest thing to do. So, sometimes I do side a few copies of this card out if I'm up against just, like, a removal-heavy deck. So I don't want this to get hit with removal and not get any value out of it, so testing it at 4, really don't like it that much, but right now I think it's kind of mandatory. Again, this is card advantage of the deck, and this can lead to a card advantage, or it can just one-shot your opponent for 20. 2 Evangel. 2 is perfectly fine. I don't think you need any more. I was playing 3 at one point, but now it's down to 2. Last creature, 2 Smothering Abomination. I really want to find room for a 3rd one, but the deck is so tight on space that I just can't. For the last 7 cards in the deck, 2 Altar's Reap, card advantage, lets you sack a creature at instant speed. 3 Bone Splinters, it can sack a creature and kill something. Sure, Kalidas is going to make a token before he dies, but you don't fucking care. Kalidas is dead. Then 2 Painful Truce, really want to get more of these, just can't. I don't have the money at the moment. This can let you just draw 3 cards and get you right back from a board state that you're behind in, so... That does it for the main deck, 60 cards. Upgrades to this deck, Collect a Company, Cryptolitherite if you want, Shambling Vent, that's about it. Like, the deck doesn't really need anything else. Collect a Company is just probably the best card in the format right now. So, I'm going to pick them up eventually, and when I do, boy, is this deck going to be amazing. Moving on to the sideboard. Playing 1 Caustic Caterpillar. I just want to blow up enchantments that are annoying. Like, I can blow up Always Watching, I can blow up Stasis Snare, Silkrap. 2 Fleshbag Marauder. Against, like, ramp decks, because they're going to be popular with Eldritch Evolution, you can make them just sack their ramp creatures, or they're all drowsy, and you can just sack, like, a token or a Blister Pot or whatever. 1 Radiant Purge for dragons, because that deck is still around. 2 Ultimate Price, standard. Killing Kalidas is fun. 2 Pulse of Marasa. This is for... These cards are kind of just for grindy matchups. I'm also going to include Make a Stand here. I'll talk about Make a Stand on itself in a minute, but Pulse is just for grindy matchups and for white humans, so you can gain 6 life. Make a Stand, sure, you want your creatures to die, but there are some turns where you're trying to set up a Nantuko Husk play, and you don't want your creatures to die. Or you can just, like, if you have a bunch of tokens get in there and they block, you can just make them indestructible and make them 2 power, so they can kill small creatures. So the card is okay, and it's foil, so I felt like playing it, yeah. 3 Duress. Duress. Can't really think of words to say. It's Duress. 2 Infinite Obliteration. Ramp, Kalidas, stuff like that. Been over this card. This card's amazing. Play it into rotation. And then 1 Evolutionary Leap. I'm siding this card way more often. I'm sideboarding in this card more often. It's really good, especially in grindy mid-range matchups. And the Mirror. Like, the Mirror match, you just want more cards than your opponent. And this card can give you more cards. So... that does it for the current standard build of Abzan Aristocrats going into Eldritch Moon. Again, you can put Narwhal Dryad, you can put Eldritch Evolution. I'm gonna test those cards out, see how they work with the deck, and as long as I get to play Zulbar Cutthroat, I'm gonna play this deck. So my name's Nick from City Magic. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.